Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. We've been receiving a ton of requests to support artists affected by current world events. So today, I want to focus on how awesome the band Jinjer is. I had the great pleasure last year of interviewing their lead singer, Tatiana. And not only does she have phenomenal pipes, she's also a super wonderful person. So right now, I'm going to listen to one of their songs that I haven't heard before, but also happens to be your most requested song, Home Back. Let's get to it. Whoa, whoa. That's so much intensity right away. I started to feel goosebumps just across my entire body from the moment that Tati started singing there. Wow. She has such an impressive ability to scream, growl, all of the above. She has great singing that's just clean as well. But I actually want to go back and take a look right away at that instrumental intro. There's a lot of pitch bend that's happening in here. And it creates definitely a feeling of some sort of wrongness, right? A lot of times our ears just like it when something nails the pitch right on. And because there's so much pitch bending that's happening, it feels like a little, it makes you just stand on the edge, right? So let's go back to the beginning. By the way, Napalm is such a cool company. Those people are so wonderful. What a great and supportive company. Right? Like, there's so much. Whoa. I am pretty sure that this sound is being made at Tatiana's false vocal folds, essentially. Though sometimes it does sound like there's some pitch elements in it. The pitch elements would be made when her vocal folds come together and go wacka, wacka, wacka. The true vocal folds. They have they're anatomically, essentially, they're able to create a faster self-sustaining vibration, which allows pitch to be created that we hear, versus a lot of the structures above them. They just don't have the right makeup to have that really quick and clean vibration that can create a identifiable pitch. So if you hear a little bit of pitch in there, that's being made by her true vocal folds, but primarily this screaming, the sound of distortion, that's made by her false vocal folds, which are right above the true vocal folds. Go back just a little bit. Oh, really great expression in here. Obviously the clean singing, she just has such a nice hazy tone that she also focuses really, really well. So it's got cut, but it's got a certain velvetiness in it as well. It's a really nice balance of tone. And then I like the way that she starts to add a little bit more distortion towards the end of this part and then goes full out distortion and screaming. Lots of attitude. I just have to say, this is emotionally hitting me pretty strongly right now. And it's one of the things that I love about music the most is the way that it connects us beyond any culture or country. It's about allowing the artist to share emotion with the audience. And you can feel that through them. It's such an amazing thing. And I think that just allows us to share in an experience that is so human together. And I think that that's beautiful, right? In the case of this, it's anger and frustration that we're able to share in. And I used to not understand harsh vocals in particular. And now I'm starting to feel more and more how they are such a great device to express anger. And Tatiana just does this brilliantly. I love the way that she is going in this verse between the cleans and the harshes. She has something that's pretty at first that she describes. Like, is that an angel? And then you get a no, and you get something that's scary. And then she goes to that angry, harsh vocal. The juxtaposition of the vocal expression is on point. It really communicates that emotion. Is it an angel watching over us? It's all now follow, making a fuss. Is it a unicorn galloping down the street? No, there's our soldiers' boats marching to the back. In this instrumental interlude, again, I'm getting lots of chaos, essentially, that is in the composition of the music. The drum beats and the hits as well from the instruments, they're falling on a lot of beats that are unexpected. It feels progressive in a lot of ways. In some ways, I can feel some roots in jazz as well, but the way that they're hitting unexpected beats, it can make our feeling of a groove thrown off. So then we feel like we're a little bit more disoriented, and then we get into that idea of essentially chaos and how is that portrayed in music. Right. You feel how those are strange hits? So I like that Tati isn't limited to harsh or clean vocals. She's also come in here and said, I'm going to just straight up speak / yell this part. it's just vocal expression in the end. And she's really brilliant in how she is choosing what kind of expression she has available to communicate that emotion, right? Really, really cool.
Isolated bodies in a boudoir of helplessness. A bullet is an early bird, a midnight owl. Morning greetings of a rooster are replaced with fire in a hole, fire in a hole. My dear, do we have to go to sleep like that? With a soothing cocktail and 100 cigarettes.
She is brilliant. Once again, this is the way she's shifted her vocal timbre here to express this is so smart, so on the point. I'm super impressed. I don't know if I've ever heard her sing this lightly. It's got some sarcasm in it, but it has that play as well. She's shifted everything so it essentially has brighter resonance here, which makes it feel a little more, it's not just, we'd associate that with innocent or young, but also with tongue in cheek. So it brings that sarcasm into here. And then she also has little moments when she's sliding off of this with extra air at the end, just to give it a little more of that tongue in cheek approach. Let's go here. Oh, and this does feel almost like a loungy jazz atmosphere that they've established. Really good contrast to the rest of the song. Like even the shaker establishes that lighter feel.
We wake up like this isolated bodies in a boudoir.
Right. That's right after boudoir. She does the extra air there. Again, it feels she almost could be singing in a jazz club, something that's, very, very Ella here.
Isolated bodies in a boudoir of helplessness. A bullet is an early bird, a midnight owl.
And right there's a doubling of the vocal to give it some extra depth, but we didn't want to completely X out of this light area, I think, with going harsh vocals. So they found another way to bring in some more depth here, a little more of that pain back into it. It's the right choice, I think, for this contrast to not go completely back to something harsh vocal at that moment. Instead, just double it and go deeper in the actual tone quality.
Of helplessness. A bullet is an early bird, a midnight owl. Morning greetings of a rooster are replaced with fire in a hole, fire in a hole. My dear, do we have to go to sleep like that? With a soothing cocktail and 100 cigarettes.
I have to talk about the time signature here. I really appreciate the band overall and how they are just such great musicians. Here, they are very successfully pulling off a smooth 7/8 time signature. That's incredible. 7/8 often it has that slight jagged feel, so we know that this isn't actually like a lovely sort of bossa nova club kind of situation. We know that this is something that's a little bit off kilter. I think that 7/8 is again a brilliant choice. I just think this song is brilliant for pulling in this tongue-in-cheek section, but having that fun jazz feel at the same time, but not all the way, right? We need to keep it off kilter. So I'll go back and count out how this is 7/8.
A bullet is an early bird, a midnight owl.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang, that's good.
We had to go to sleep like that with a soothing
just blown away by the shift there, and how successfully that they've done it, even with her hair in pigtails and this tea set everywhere, just strewn, and the bodies lying everywhere. And it it's like this idea of a pretend happy land, and the sudden shift of no, this is not, the home is destroyed. Whoa, whoa. Wow. And her expression, even in the face, is just it's very intense. Whoa, that's such a great slide. And having the at the end too. Wow. It's amazing how she's able to affect the pitch of those harsh vocals. I feel particularly impressed by the way she's able to get so much depth out of the pitch center of the harsh vocal. Right here, this is just completely false folds. There are no true folds involved in this point. And the sound that she's making feels like it could be made by a man or a monster, really. I think it feels like it's more likely that it would be made by a monster. It is so low and scary and angry. Again, coming back to that emotion. Wow. This song, if it was just sung with clean vocals the whole time, I don't think it would have nearly the emotional impact. I'm growing in so much appreciation for the ability of vocals to be harsh or clean to express the thing that is needed. Wow. Back here. Whoa, that has a punch. Don't You Leave Us Homeless. Oh my goodness. That has such a punch right now. Below this video, I'm going to be listing some organizations to help refugees worldwide. I personally have donated to some recently, and I think it's just really important to help people in need. So again, I'll list some organizations to help people that have lost their homes around the world. You know, there are terrible situations that happen and continue happening for years and years and years and years. And I think it's really important to support people in need. So I'll list those organizations down below, along with the one that I personally have donated to. And I hope that many of you will join us in supporting people who've lost their homes. Wow, that's just strong. Don't you leave us homeless. Don't you leave us homeless. Homeless. Oh, I just had to take a moment and gather myself because the end of this song really got to me. I think it's amazing that Jinjer is able to create this song and establish such a chaotic atmosphere with the musicians, and then give us that incredibly smooth, contrasting 7/8 time signature in the middle. And then I'm amazed by Tatiana's ability to just communicate emotion through her voice and bring us together with clean vocals and harsh vocals and stuff that's in between as well. It just is incredible how they're able to create a very human experience for their audience. I think it's brilliant, and they're an amazing, amazing band. They recently had to cancel their tour due to world events, and one of the things that we can do to support them is to buy merch from their recent merch launch. 100% of those proceeds will also be going to charitable organizations. So I will put that below this video in the About section as well if you'd like to check it out. If you'd like to check out that interview with Tatiana and discover how wonderful she is, you can find that link over here. And I hope to see you again soon.